Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something that everyone has dealt with at some point, should digging. I was listening to a podcast and the guest was talking about shooting advice that she has gotten while caring for her ailing parents. You should move your parents in with you. It's the only way to really take care of them. You should hire a full-time caregiver. Don't even try thinking about doing it by yourself. You should have had that conversation about their finances years ago. Right, because it's that easy to make life-altering decisions. The truth is, managing care for aging parents is complicated and deeply personal. What works for one family doesn't necessarily work for another. Their conversation got me thinking about all the shootings that I have received in my lifetime and the ones that I've given to others or to myself. Named by psychologist Clayton Barbeau, shooting is a cognitive distortion in which you put pressure on yourself to do or be something based on your expectations of what you're supposed to do or be. Examples: I should be married by now. I should already be VP of my company. I should exercise more often. There's also shooting coming from other directions. Again, putting pressure on you. You know that unsolicited advice you get where someone tells you exactly what you should be doing. It comes from all angles, be it family, friends, co-workers, random strangers in the grocery store. Everyone's an expert, right? You should stay in school and forget about dating. You should eat broccoli instead of cauliflower. You should drink tea instead of coffee. You've heard those, right? You should marry someone who's financially stable, says another person. You should definitely have 4 kids. And on and on and on. The endless streams of should, you should do this, and you should do that. It's like suddenly everyone knows exactly how to live your life better than you do. In marriage, there's a lot of should moments. The minute you tie the knot, it's like people think you've entered a club where every married person gets to give you advice. Ever hear these gems? You should always go to bed at the same time as your spouse. It's the key to a happy marriage. You should have date night every week or your relationship is doomed to failure. Right. Because the marriage is going to crumble if we don't watch Netflix in bed together every single night. No. What works for one couple might not work for another. Marriage isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. And let's be honest, sometimes you just want to watch TV on your own without having anyone hogging the popcorn or the remote. When you're about to become a parent, the shoots come flying. Even before the baby arrives. You should breastfeed for at least a year. It's the only way. You should never let your kids watch TV. It'll rot their brains. You should definitely enroll them in piano lessons by age 3. Or they'll never succeed in life. Let's be real. Sometimes the TV is the only way you have 5 minutes to drink your coffee before it turns cold. Or to go to the bathroom alone. And newsflash, your kid can still succeed in life without being a tiny Mozart by age 5. No one knows your kids better than you. Sure, some advice can be helpful, but you don't have to feel the pressure to follow every single should that you hear. Here's the thing, when people give you all this you should advice, it usually comes from a good place. But it can also add unnecessary stress and make you feel like you're not doing things right, causing self-doubt. Instead of listening to everyone else's should, trust yourself. You know your life. You know your family, and you know your circumstances better than anyone else. It's great to consider advice, but in the end, you get to decide what works best for you. Next time you catch yourself on the giving end of shoulds, try one of these 3 suggestions. Number 1, I think you should. Number 2, you should try it. And number 3, if I were you. See how that is a lot less? Can you tell me in the comments below what are some of those shoulds that you have given? Or I'd love to hear some of the wild shoulds you have received. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more real life tips. Thanks for watching, and remember, only you know what you should do.